So nice, we decided to do it twice in a row. This is how it should be.
I still like to pee outside.
I think everybody always likes to pee outside.
I just like to make it known.
I don't know if Mike does though, does he?
No, it's
uncomfortable to squat pee.
You said it.
You thought it.
You've seen it.
Didn't you used to live with Mike at one point in time?
For maybe a week.
A week?
If that.
Okay, whatever you say. That's Q&A time. Are you ready?
Yeah.
God damn it, we need to be serious here. I strive to be great. Have you guys noticed that Naomi can wrestle, but they have her dancing instead? Do you think this has anything to do with race?
I think this has everything to do with them not knowing what to do with the divas.
It's a gender issue more than a race issue.
Yeah.
I think
race is secondary. Maybe thirdly.
But primary is definitely gender. This is more of a gender issue. Why can they not? Is it strictly Vince, or are there other people in the company that just don't care about the women? Or,
well, traditionally it's always been a macho, male-driven business. Yes, sex sells, but I think they view women as second-class entertainers, and they're there for, just the general sex appeal and having ring ballets and
but they don't even do that.
No, but that's what I'm getting at. That they don't do it anymore, so they're still viewed as second-rate performers and people. They're just at a lesser capacity now.
Yeah, that's what I don't get is and even when they do like their diva searches or whatever, they're sitting there and they're looking for models. It's nice if they're a fan, but not required. Wrestling training's not required. So you don't have to know anything about being a wrestler to be brought into developmental as a diva. It's kind of fucked up. Anyways, at BD_Ashby, bless you. Why does the WWE, continue to hold back Dolph Ziggler?
A question I've been asking for a year.
Why do they continue to saddle him with stupid fucking anchors that weigh him down? Why do they continue to fight the grain at this point and keep him heel? He's run his course as a heel. The time for him to be heel is fucking over, period. It's time to turn him face.
I don't know that I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think, Big E Langston is certainly a big guy, but he's a big waste of space. AJ's just stupid. They've wasted so much time and assets in her.
And now she doesn't talk of it.
Yeah, and you've given him the money in the bank. He's held it for almost a year. They've done nothing. They teased a little bit, but nothing to even, make me think, they're actually going to do something with him.
No, you get the idea of what they're going to do with him. He's lost several times to Sheamus on TV. He lost to Jericho at SummerSlam. He beat him the next night on Raw. Okay, Raw is not a pay-per-view. Difference. There is a difference. He lost to Orton clean at Night of Champions. So what'll happen is whenever they finally do have him cash in, unless it's a 2-day title reign, then he'll go on a 4-month stretch where he can't be beaten. All of a sudden, magically. See Daniel Bryan. At AllWinGeorge11, pick a threesome. Who would be your 2 dance partners? Sable and Tori Wilson, Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler, or Naomi and Cameron?
Well, we all know yours.
Bingo.
I would pick Tori and Stacy Keibler. I really like Stacy Keibler. In fact, thinking about it now, all I can say is British Fist. British Fist.
Would you give her like the up top wheelbarrow? Have her legs back here like this?
Like, I would give her the Hoover.
I thought you were going to say Cleveland Steamer.
Nope, the Hoover.
Give her a chili dog?
No. Maybe the Angry Dragon.
1, 2, 3, Angry Dragon. Pink stink drink. Yes, Naomi and Cameron. Naomi would get vaginal pleasure. Cameron would probably get the other 2 holes for her answer about her greatest match of all time was Alicia versus Melina or some shit like that. I'm Tough Enough. At Sam Wilson Woo. If you travel on the road, well, she has to be punished for that stupidity.
Yeah, true.
If you travel on the road with any current WWE superstar, who would it be and why? Probably wouldn't want to travel on the road with anybody that has a cross tattooed on their back. Probably be regaled in stories of Jerry Flynn and Boston College football superiority.
I'd pick Jericho.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a music guy. He's in a band. He knows people. He has side gigs. I wouldn't want to go to the fucking Robot Arena League or whatever the hell he's hosting now.
Combat League.
There you go.
I've always wanted to ride on a cloud, so I'd pick Triple H. I mean, you have to admit, it would be a biblical experience.
There we are.
At Angle Harry, do any of you guys watch NXT? And if so, what are your thoughts on some of the talents? No, don't watch it.
Don't need to.
There you go. Thoughts on the talents? Yeah, when they debut, I'll give you more thoughts.
See also Bo Dallas.
They could have at least stuck with the underdog story.
I like somebody's comment earlier about him being like the lesbian army general or whatever. Whoever said that, you made my fucking day.
At Takes is the GOAT. What wrestler have you marked out the most for meeting? And Schleg Daddy, how bad would you mark out if you met Taker? Wrestler you've marked out the most for seeing or meeting?
I mean, most recently it would be the World Warrior Animal. Just straight down to earth guy and had a lot of stories, and we got to sit at the bar and hear cuss about Hogan in Japan.
The Rick Rude liquid Viagra story was fucking classic.
When I first met Mick Foley, maybe 8 years ago, he was doing a speaking tour. I got to meet him and hang out for a little bit. That was when he was coming off a big run for him.
Yeah, I would say the wrestler I've marked out the most for meeting would be Animal so far. I'd mark out somewhat for meeting Taker. I don't think I would mark out as much as you guys might want to think that I marked out.
How would you address him? Mr. Calloway? Hey, Mark.
Taker.
What up, Take?
What up, T?
What up, UT?
Something along those lines.
What up, Dead Man?
I would be maybe Mr. McCool. I'm not sure how I would address it. That's a good question. Sir would be a nice safe bet, though, wouldn't it? I like being able to walk. At Bucklow Ping Pang.
What? My God, that's what it says.
What, you didn't believe me?
No, that's an awesome fucking name. Whoever does that.
Bucklow Ping Pang. If you could add a stipulation to The Rock versus John Cena, what would it be?
A 5-minute match?
For the television time remaining. Any other stipulations?
Empty arena? Teach everybody a lesson?
Oh, Christ. What would I make the stipulation? I'd make it an opposite match. So that way if Cena pins The Rock, that means The Rock wins. It keeps his title. Yeah, maybe a hurry up and get this a fuck over match. At Sanan Jayas. Whatever happened to the Varsity Villain?
See also last Q&A session.
It's a mystery.
Go out, if you guys find him or her, let us know. I mean, we'd love to
Do
hear
you think
or
there are
see
some potential hermaphrodite possibilities with the Varsity Villain?
with that person, anything is possible.
And I've always wondered, why do you think that individual would have such a creepy obsession with alien fingers that can cure deep rectal itches?
I don't know. I just know with a person like that, you got to watch where you're backing up into.
Because you never know where the finger might go.
Right.
Yeah, it's very serious stuff here. At John Vente, do you anticipate WrestleMania buy rates being down a significant percentage from last year? Say maybe 25% or more?
No, not that much.
No.
I think with everybody buying into this potential Undertaker CM Punk, that's a a solid sell of a undercard, like a second
What did
match
Mania
underneath
do
Roxy.
last year? What did it have? 1.25 or 1.3 million buys? I would have to think with Rock wrestling in the main event, Taker on the card, Lesnar and Triple H on the card, Cena on the card, Punk on the card. I'd have to say somewhere around 1.2 to 1.3 million buys again. I don't think the drop off is going to be that significant. I really don't.
Part of me likes to think that the country's back on a rebound for money wise, so I'd like to think that it maybe get a little bit more.
Could be possible. Who knows?
They'll get our $70 or whatever it is.
Yeah, ridiculous. At Javier Artabo, Schleg Daddy, if somebody could go back in time and try to prevent Psycho Sid from breaking his leg, would you try to stop him? Would I try to stop the person trying to stop Psycho Sid? Yes! This is space-time continuum shit. It would have to happen. Even Sid would agree. He understands this.
It's the butterfly effect. Let's say Sid doesn't break his leg coming off the middle rope. Jeff Jarrett becomes WWE champion for a consecutive 6 years. Who knows what can happen? And that's why he would stop it.
Bears might actually have won the Super Bowl.
That's true. That could happen.
Get the draft right once in a while. Maybe the Cubs won a fucking World Series.
I doubt that.
But you might say, well, Schleg Daddy, wouldn't you want those things in theory? You would think so in theory, but it always has a way of coming back at you. Sid had to break his leg, and that's just the way it is. And he did it for you. He broke his leg for you, for me, for you, for all of us. And he should be praised for that. Indeed. Hall of Famer he is indeed. At WWE Guy 11111. Who do you like better, Hulk Hogan or Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff?
Well, there's only one of each.
Mr. Wonderful goes into his own classification. He should not have to be put up against anybody. And Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan, and therefore he should not have to go up against anybody. So, yes. It's like a very political answer. At CPZ27, do you believe some of Austin Aries' in-ring talent is not recognized by the IWC because he's not in WWE or ROH? I have a feeling this question's already been answered, but no, I think it's recognized just fine, frankly. I don't see how it isn't. Let's see here. At Gorham Nerd, what's the greatest WWE pay-per-view match, past or present, that should have been at WrestleMania?
That should have been at a WrestleMania?
Mm-hmm.
Well, since they've never had a WrestleMania in London,
okay,
I would say Bret Hart, British Bulldog for the IC belt.
Okay, that would be one. That's actually a pretty good one. Yeah.
Biased or not.
Triple H, Shawn Michaels, one-on-one. It happened at SummerSlam 2002. It happened at other things, but it didn't happen one-on-one at WrestleMania. Even though the WWE would try and convince you it happened one-on-one at WrestleMania 20. No, there was a killer in there too. Trying to think of any other match that maybe happened at a SummerSlam, the Survivor Series.
Well, yeah, the screw job.
Maybe that. I could have said maybe the 5-on-5 WWF versus Alliance match at Survivor Series should have happened at a WrestleMania.
Taker Foley, Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, maybe that should have happened at WrestleMania. Good point. At Raging Rico, do you think WrestleMania will ever come back to England again? And would it be good?
Wow.
Bless you. Well, it never was in England. WrestleMania wasn't. SummerSlam was. That was 21 years ago. Do you think they'll ever have SummerSlam or WrestleMania in England?
You'd have to think at some point they'd almost have to.
And I think it would be good for the WWE in general. You're trying to grow your brand globally. The UK is a logical next step. You have to do it at some point in time. Screw the whole thing about the time delay with the pay-per-view. You got to do it at some point. It should be SummerSlam this year. But, I don't know. I don't think they're doing it this year. And SummerSlam's in LA again, of course. So maybe next year we'll get WrestleMania there one of these years. That would be nice too. They deserve to have it, and it needs to go other places around the country.
And maybe we'll answer the next question on the next Q&A.
Maybe.